Hey everyone, Dead Owl Nerd Guy here. I had a small problem with my Swift where the barrel was not staying in place well in the blaster, and I mentioned this problem during our review. I finally found the problem. I noticed that my dart gate was cracked pretty much all the way, so I guess it's time to fix it. Welcome, Stag. Yeah, for the one of you who followed my Instagram, I had a cracked dart gate breach on my Swift. I had to watch raw unboxing footage to realize that it was like that when I received it. That's why I had the problem with my barrel not staying in place. And it is cracked all the way. The only problem is that this part holds the barrel, so I cannot even use the blaster, but JGC worker is sending me a replacement dart gate for this blaster. Still, I don't have time to wait for this part to come through the mail because I have an event and I planned on using this blaster. This is not like the barrel is holding, but I will destroy this dart gate. But I have a solution. I worked on a reinforcement part to go over this piece. I took a 3/4 inch male PEX fitting. It's a brass 2 millimeter thick, and I carved myself this little sleeve, chopping up the top part, opening the hole so it can accept the barrel with loose without contact, and fit over this dart gate. I even have a little lips to stop it. My only concern about this little piece, it's a 3/4 inch. It fits perfect. That's my measurement. Very smooth, perfect. But on this part, you see, this is the exact measurement of the dart gate, except the upper part, which they reinforced because they planned that if people screw it up too tight, it would crack at the top. So they thickened the top. Problem is, this one was cracked when they sent it to me with the short barrel, and it's cracked just before the thickness. So I'm gonna glue it up, shave it around so it's the same shape all around, and then insert the brass sleeve over it, which should completely render this dart gate bulletproof, because the seal is really made by the push rod and the barrel inside this piece. As long as the barrel is in place, it will seal. So with this thick of a brass piece, it's not gonna be able to widen, so even if I don't glue it, it's gonna work perfect. So now, a little filing on this part to check, just to fit it there. But before I file this, let's put some glue inside this little crack. I'm gonna have to widen it up a little. Yeah, okay, not too much. I am using regular classic clear Gorilla Glue for this thing. I think this is gonna be enough. Can I just, yeah, I can just press it down there. Yeah, it got glues pretty much everywhere. That's perfect. Let's leave it to dry so it's more solid. Okay, glue is set. It's completely integral now. I even already shaved it all around. I removed all that bump that was on top of it, so it's all the same size everywhere. This way, that was my guide for the measurement. Basically, it's all the same size. for this sleeve over here. I changed my design, removing this ridge that insert on top of it that was supposed to stop here, because this priming guide here comes very flush when priming, so that will not be optimal for the blaster. This I will scratch it a little inside, put a tiny dab of epoxy so I can slide it there and it will never move. After that I might file a little bit here, but first I want to glue it with epoxy, because brass is becoming weaker and weaker as I file it thinner, and it could crack when installing if I don't pre-glue it to the part. So let's go with epoxy. Okay, for the epoxy, the goal here is to stick this part without putting any epoxy inside this piece. So I took a little piece of brass that I had lying around, a few round of tape, not to put tension on it, and I'm gonna put a plug with an extension on it, just so there's no epoxy that's going into my breech. I already scratched up the interior pretty much. Now for the epoxy. Okay, it's becoming clear. My chemical reaction is done. Let's put a slight bit in it and then insert it there. That's way too much for what I want to do. I will not need much more than this, because this part is very tight on it. So let's go for it. That's pretty much why I wanted a plug in front of it. I can always send away what's too much on it. Epoxy is dry. Let's check if I will have to file it more. Doesn't seem to rub a little if I bend the priming member a bit, but it's brass, it's gonna be okay. It doesn't rub really much. Maybe a tad more filing here to put it more flat. Yeah, on the front part. Yeah, here on this corner. And then we'll be back for assembly. Yeah, I think this will be good. Let's reassemble the thing, but I am gonna put a dab of lube on that thing, just so it doesn't give me too much friction on the priming member, if any happen. That's gonna help keep the top of the priming member okay. Let's install this. The 2 screw for the dart gate. Nice. Nice. Okay. So far, so good. I am satisfied with this repair. This is gonna be solid. It should be good. But to know if it's gonna hold the barrel and be able... Everything closed. Oops. I forgot to put in the rail. Kinda have to put them... Okay. This one goes first. Is this one? Yeah, this one goes first. And then this one goes over it like that. Okay, moment of truth. Can it hold a barrel in? Without signs of moving. Okay, it's at the bottom. Let's be gentle on it. Doesn't seem like the crack want to open. It doesn't really rub much. That means it didn't move. That means that it held. I'm gonna give it a chance by removing this before reassembling the blaster, and then we're gonna screw tight the barrel and at least test fire it. Okay, so can that thing fire now? Let's check it out. Just a couple darts to reassure myself. First thing first, little seal check. It's sealing. Then let's try this. So 207, 203, and 193, this thing is back sealing and working. I'm gonna check if the barrel stayed in place. Completely. It didn't move a hair. That is kinda neat. That means I shall be able to reinstall everything and put that thing back on the wall, plus use it for the third D-Day Arsenal Deltas event. That's it for this video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at ThatOldNerveGuy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to stay notified for my latest video. Don't forget to take an eye on my 1,000 subscriber video for the giveaway. This was Dave Fatag. See you next time. Bye.